Something can get lost when we talk about high tech, and I want you to think about how do you balance the high tech with the high touch? How do you put soul into your organization? There's a lot of new technology here. There's a big stadium. It looks fantastic. It's amazing. How are we going to give it some spirit? How are we going to give it some soul? I remember I went into a service station not long before I did this program, and it had just been refitted, and it was really amazing. It was really high tech. They'd got kind of voice synthesizers on the pumps, and then when you went in to buy the stuff, the really mood lighting, incredible retail concept, and you get up to the till, and the credit card comes out, and it's back in your hand again in about a microsecond with a receipt. And I just remember feeling there was still something missing. And I remember one occasion I said to the assistant, I said, "Aren't you going to say thank you?" She said, "It's printed on your receipt."
Fantastic realization for anybody that comes from corporate setups all the way through to new startups on how you can engage people throughout the process of change to kind of bring it to that level of realization where your vision becomes your ethos.
You can have as many words as you like on a vision statement and as many words on a positioning statement as you like, but ultimately it comes down to creating something magical that changes and transforms people when they experience it. It's a little bit like the bee with the flower, they perform a very, very positive role for each other. And as long as they're actually generous with each other and helpful with each other, both of them grows in their own individual way. To go and cultivate and create those kinds of experiences that we want to be magical for people every time they come in contact with one of our brands. Great relay teams work out the best people for the best legs, and they actually select the right men for the job or the right women for the job to make sure that they've got the best combination of strengths. Let me ask you, what's the objective of a 4x100 metre relay? It's actually to take this 400 metres faster than the other team. And hence it's called the witness. In France they call it the witness. It's the witness of the team's performance. And if we think about that in business, we say, well, do we have a witness to our performance? Do we see ourselves as part of one team with one vision?
I really enjoyed today's presentation. I think that what I got out of it most was that it's all about the people.
In a great piece of research by Kouzes and Posner, they actually found that clarifying your organization's values makes virtually no difference to your employees' commitment. What makes a difference to them is values that they personally embrace, that they make their own. 20 years ago, I helped a hotel chain that's famous for its fabulous resorts develop their values. And in an impassioned debate about whether we put customers first or whether we win customers, the general manager almost shouted, "I don't want to just satisfy customers, I want to blow them away." And the core value, blow away the customers, became their value. 20 years later, I walked into a little booth where a representative of this organization was promoting the venue, and I mentioned my work on their values, and she just looked at me straight in the eye and said, "What, blow away the customer? That's our number one value." I don't know about you, but I often see stewards with their arms folded, wearing combat boots, looking like, I'm the enemy when I go to an event. Here's an example of the way in which Brighton Hove Albion stewards started behaving as a result of Team Brighton. Things were getting a little bit out of hand as they erupted into an okey-cokey, or a version of it, that the stewards thought was getting dangerous. So the way they handled this was to join in the okey-cokey, then suggest to everyone, "Hey, let's do a conga," and then they congaed them out of the stadium. A very difficult customer experience turned into something magical. And here's the thing, at the end of the season, we only managed to come 10th in the championship, the second division effectively. But on closed season ticket sales, we were 9th in the Premier League, punching way above our weight as a result of the customer experience that Football League described as being blown away by. That's Team Brighton, one club, one ambition. Thank you very much for listening.